Oh yeah.
Sumail spectating this one as well.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Miss out on those opportunities. I'll have to go back and watch that after.
ESL rulebook is what MoonMeander is tagged up on his pub profile.
Yeah, I saw that.
But as we get this one underway, hope you guys have enjoyed your Sunday thus far. And I hope we can round it out with some good Dota here. BO1, hopefully we get to see some clowny shit. But thus far, the picks have been pretty standard. Suppose, very, very slight deviations. With the Tinker, maybe. Most of all. Well, what really more do you need, Trent? Right?
I know, it's true. It would have been very convenient, actually. I wouldn't have had to move the camera for the rest of the game, but alas, do my best here.
So we'll see if Arteezy can do his best BSJ impression with the Lycan Kappa. BSJ kind of making his name on that hero recently, whereas Arteezy maybe one of the first safe laners to really sort of give that hero a lot of weight.
We got some real BSJ heroes on both teams, man. We got Jo on the PL. Been enjoying that.
BGA Storm, they look pretty good. I mean, for a team that was, just formed recently.
Yeah, they looked really good in Game 1 of the other series, but then honestly, Game 2 and Game 3, the qualifiers for Katowice, it was just like, all right, this game looks so heavily in Optic's favor. And they just kind of took it with ease. So shoutouts to Optic, by the way. Pretty hyped for them. Actually, you just the one major you qualified for gets canceled. So thankfully, they're able to get into another one. Well,
but CV gonna get down a little deep vision here. Couple of high ground wards in the mid for both sides. Arteezy, as the Arteezy of old, gonna take towards the mid lane on the Tinker. Already seen how annoying the Titan can be in mid lane early on with that massive right click from the Astral Spirit, and a little bit of trading going on between Franz and CV over on the south side. But Arteezy with the laser should be rather resilient to the pressure from the Titan early on.
Admins. It's his own team. Yeah, so in terms of the lane setups though, we get you don't really want to be up against Omni Knight as any carry. Not fun. Better to just be on the dire side there. Oh. Wow. Particularly
as a melee carry. What's going on?
Oh, this Moon won't let him captain. He keeps yelling. Moon's taken over.
Can we control all chat? Team Canada already looking very functional. Communication looks sharp between the players here.
Clearly working out well. The coaching staff's done a wonderful job. I hear it's Babcock this year.
Yeah, we got Babsy. I knew you were going there too. Franz, couple seconds till a decay. He may have kill potential. The Bane should be quicker than him though, and he does end up getting it off. First blood as Franz gets in that last big right hand. And 16 decay stacks. He's more than willing to trade, even with a hero like a Titan who actually doesn't have points in the natural order. Throws off another decay here, and he's going to be able to back out Chad, Bleak, B, whatever you want to call him. And back towards that mid lane as Arteezy takes a small advantage early on in the mid lane. So Franzi with a little bit of a distraction, able to garner his mid laner a slight early advantage.
Yeah, bottom lane's probably the bigger concern for the Radiant. I mean, you have to help your Tinker, sure, so understandable, but now you have Bane and PL down bot for Owie, so he's like, alright, Bronzy, I need you over here. But it's still a Bane, this guy's mega obnoxious, and then we talked earlier about just like PL versus Undying. It's a really bad matchup for Undying.
Yes.
Just Doppelganger and the illusions destroy the Tombstone in seconds, especially early on.
And generally speaking, Lycan, one of the beefier, more difficult to bring down safe laners, but you certainly can't body him off of attaining farm, and Bane, one of the better lane dominators in the game to do so. So early on, as you alluded to, definitely the concern. 1v1 up in the top lane, Moon up against, I think this is Boris, but can't be entirely sure. He's doing well, as you would expect him to on the puck, but Moon's still farming. Owie, though, bot lane. Mango up for Jo, and the Spirit Lance going to finish off that Lycan. Franz bit late to the fray to save his Vancouver comrade. And the Vancouver connection going to drop one in the bottom lane as they gained first blood earlier. Brink returning to mid, as is Chad. And, you know, as we've seen so often recently, the dual lane going to assemble mid.
Yeah, these are really good picks for the Dire.
Bot lane.
Like the support duo is kind of wrecking the support duo of the Radiant. They're just getting bullied hard. Like, you can't swap the Undying and the Rasa, because then Undying has to contest with a Medusa and an Elder Titan, so his life's going to be bad. Rasa would be better down bottom, but still wouldn't even be the dream scenario, so they're just kind of stuck.
Yeah, this has kind of been, I suppose, one of the glaring weaknesses of the early Shadow Shaman picks, is that these beefier, more kind of innately better at trading supports like the Bane and the Titan have been able to kind of just overwhelm him in the early going. Really kind of a hero that needs a good couple lane partners to be effective early on.
Meanwhile, though, Moon's going to get totally out of control top. He still has the salve, and then once he's a Soul Ring, he's just going to live forever. So he should be very farmed coming into the mid game, and he should be able to kind of recover Owie a bit. Plenty of purification targets, be it Owie or summons or something, so hit some long-range bombs with the purification. Easy fights.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited formula for immortality. Salve and a Soul Ring. That's all you need.
We finally got there. Took a two and a couple more Soul Ring buffs, but...
Yeah, Soul Ring is an item, that is for sure. MoonMeander trading very well, 19-3 to 16-3, so doing admirably as Boris, but I mean, Omni Knight becomes more and more obnoxious as the early game drags on, especially left unchecked, and so far, you know, kind of assisting I Annihilate.
Alright, I have not been looking at this mid lane CS. This Medusa is 3-1?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The boy, RTZ in mid. Despite the Elder Titan presence, Laser's a good ability, apparently.
Yeah, but god damn, dude. That is painful.
17 denies on the Tinker.
Didn't even have the chart open. And, you know, I was just making some assumptions here. But, like, you know, Rasta, he's pretty good at that. So he's got a little bit of a heavy right click. He only has 4 denies, but maybe he's doing, like, some pseudo denies or something like that, too. It's kind of hard to tell if you're not, like, watching it nonstop. And he's going to get the stack off. What a gamer.
Almost as if they've kind of sacrificed I Annihilate at this point to pressure Owie's Lycan, kind of slow down the pace of the game by doing that, and then preparing some stacks here. Ancients over to the east, you know, already triple stacked, so that'll be ready for I Annihilate at some point, and perhaps that's the contingency plan for the time being for this Medusa.
I hope they have a plan. She needs a lot of help.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm so concerned for them. She's just gonna be nothing. I feel like she's just gonna be like a noodle when this Omni Knight is ready to like start fighting with his friends.
Omni Knight versus Noodle. New matchup in Dota 2. Franzi, level 3. He's got the value build right now, the 1-1-1 in the bottom lane, as Bane gonna rotate in, immediately gonna be aggressed on by Owie to kind of keep him back, but Franz getting rather low. Soul Rip, though, keeping the Tombstone alive, forcing the defensive Doppelganger. Nightmare, however, will keep the Lycan at bay, and the Illusions will finish off the Tombstone, something you were touching upon not too long ago.
125 gold. Totally worth it. Alright, good pressure, though. They forced him out as well.
Yeah, so giving Owie a little bit of space here to recover as far as CS goes, and he's not, you know, incredibly far behind at this point. If you compare him relative to the Medusa mid, he's actually doing quite well. So
most heroes would be if you compare. Shadow Shaman's doing okay compared to the Medusa mid at 0.4.
RTZ going for somewhat of the Battle Tinker build early on, 2-2-1. So a lot of lane presence for him here, and with the early advantage, doesn't feel that he needs to put too much into the farm department. Jo gonna pressure out Owie, try to take these wolves out bottom lane, and you know, like no slouch as far as standing and trading goes. He's got an Undying behind him as well. Of course, Bane, though, pretty good at trading in his own right. So just kind of a jockeying for position in this bot lane, and overall a fairly stagnant early game. 1-1 here, 7 minutes in. It seems like both teams overall pretty content with what they're getting.
And once again, we see this Wolves upgraded first build, which is pretty interesting. But Oh, bronze.
Nightmare bottom lane, stomp to fly through, is going to connect on Franz, gets the tombstone as well, and perhaps Owie even in trouble as Brink rotates through, gets the Hex off, but still pressing forward. Now the TP in from Moon, and Bleak in trouble. He's going to drop nice purification by the Omni Knight. MoonMeander, a couple points in that degen aura will find Jo, and needed a little more from Brink in order to bring down that PL, who does make it out to safety, but they force him out of lane. They save.
TP though. He went top. That was on point. At least he didn't go all the way back to the fountain.
Shrine not available just yet. Soul Rip from the low ground with the vision from the Wolves. As Franzi gonna net a kill. Although TPing in for the Elder Titan not entirely useless. Well, I guess it was as the stack failed, but either way, yeah, as you mentioned, TPing up to the top lane. Didn't get all that much done on the tower, but 3-2 at this point with a very slight advantage in kills and gold for the Radiant.
Yeah, a couple of nice advantages to the Wolf build this game too. Just like how you're not going to get the most value with like a Tinker who's right-clicking, even an Omni Knight, you know, compared to like some other carries. Maybe get some more like range buddies on your team, and then you're going to have that level 4 Wolves a lot earlier on in the game, so it might help enable just RTZ in terms of vision with the rockets. And then ensuring that you have it for when he actually has the boss to TP in on. So this looks pretty good from Owie. I like it. It was someone was doing it the other night. I think it was BSJ on the like when he went the Wolves first, and Kyle wasn't too sure on it. But this game, it definitely is a lot clearer as to why it makes sense.
Jo top lane being aggressed upon here by Moon. Tries to fake him out. Couple right clicks. He'll get the TP, it looks like, and he will. Jo with the mind games is able to fake out MoonMeander, but still pressed out of lane bottom, pressed out of lane top. No places to go for Jo as Franzi gets a 3-man decay, but it looks like it'll only prolong the inevitable as he ends up dropping in the bottom lane. Postured up defensively is Brink, and the Dire do get a ward down behind the tower, but it looks like they'll extricate themselves from any further aggression in the bottom lane. 3-3, things all squared up here. Overall, slightly better as far as farming goes for the Radiant, but none of the towers relatively weak. Everyone kind of getting what they need out of the lanes. I annihilate perhaps the glaring weakness for the Dire. We'll see if he's able to get this stack done on the bottom lane, but nowhere near anything like a Mask of Madness, just sitting on Aquila Wraithband brown boots.
Yeah, and he is starting to catch up, and then there's this helmed Harpy in the mid lane chain lightning him from AUI. That is frustrating.
He turns off the mana shield.
Yeah. And then Brink can just absorb bottom. Gonna get himself level 6.
Yeah,
Nice
Jo finally
play
finding
here.
some space to farm as well. But yeah, communication looks pretty sharp here as Owie trying to chase down Clairvoyance, who does have a haste rune and a TP. So should be okay to just create some space here.
Dude,
Chain lightning.
Harpy coming in 425.
Hard from the Harpy there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
he's trying to force the ulti from the Lycan because he's like, and then I'll just nightmare him or something.
CV in trouble. Brink TP's in. No way out now for the Bane. And space created, I suppose, but Captain for play for fun is going to end up taking a spill behind the tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know, he was like trying to bait an ulti, I think, and then he was like, then I'll TP, or I don't know, but then the Nightmare would just get toggled off by one of the summons anyway, so I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's space. It's all just space.
Indeed.
Space for Medusa, he says to himself. Spawns in the fountain.
And she'll need a whole wealth of space considering how this early game has gone. Throw out the Mystic Snake into the Ancient Sack, try to whittle it down. As only 1 point in the split shot thus far. It's going to be quite a while before she can farm that up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, MoonMeander continuing to keep, you know, the wave at bay. Top lane sitting on level 10 on the Omni Knight, highest in the game thus far. So your prediction certainly coming to fruition here with all he got out of the top lane. Sitting highest on net worth as well as his team assembles bottom. First set of wards going to be dropped in the game as they'll pressure the offlane tower. Doesn't look like, you know, entirely the lineup of the Dire assembled to really mount the defense. And as they drop the Tombstone down, Echo Stomp will delay things out. TP inbound from the puck. Franzi a bit out of position here, but the instant Hex onto the puck. Looks like the K actually, well, it did connect despite the phase shift attempt. And Jo
charges.
Nice heal coming through from MoonMeander as well to keep him alive. 3-man coil is there, but oh, the snap, and now the Echo Stomp will connect onto 2. GA will be there for the moment, but a Brain Sap will finish off Franz. Meanwhile, Aoi on the south side does end up getting the puck down. And can they press for more? Chad trying to deny the tower. And he's going to be forced away as Arteezy TP's in, securing that for his squad. MoonMeander with the last hit. They'll try and TP out. Arteezy will be successful in doing so. And so no real trades being found by the Dire side. They do end up getting JO out, but they lose the Bane and the puck.
And as this ends now, Brink, about 60 seconds until the next snakes. So everyone can just kind of like recharge, refill, buy some items, and then go focus down another tower. And that tower gold is so sick, because this is like the best time of the game to accelerate your Tinker, I think. Because you just get your boots of travel, and he wants that Blink Dagger, and he just wants to like fight with these wolves non-stop and try and like blow up these heroes on the Dire side, keep securing advantage while they know the heroes over there are weak. And look at Franz too. I feel like he's had a relatively rough game. Like 2-3-2. He's been very involved, constantly pressuring people. But he's got Urn, he's got Wand. You know, he's forcing some TPs here. Yeah, you guys.
Flash Golem activated. Yeah. And the reactions from Team Canada just have been, well, true north strong up until this point. As they have constantly brought in at least MoonMeander, and now with the Boots of Travel, Arteezy for the last few engagements, and it has really bore fruit for them in the last couple of fights. This time we do see Boris pushing in the bottom lane, but yeah.
They can just hold them. Like, this is perfectly timed.
Yeah, holding onto the wards. Arteezy about halfway to that Blink Dagger you were mentioning. Boris trying to find a trade bottom lane. Looks like he should secure the tier 1 in due time, but Radiant should be relatively happy with what they've got. Grip goes out mid lane. Annihilate looks like he wasn't really quite expecting it here, and Arteezy simply going to survive as the Medusa. Well, now she's aggressed upon. Gonna pop the Stone Gaze, excuse me, and TP out. Will be successful in doing so, but with that big ability on the sidelines, really undeterred is this Team Canada as they'll press for the final tier 1 in the game here. Aoi out top lane as Arteezy TP's in. And really just unafraid Arteezy's Tinker here, but does end up losing quite a bit of mana to jail.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They do have decent levels now on Annihilate and on Bleak. Is it Bleak? Oh no, it's Boris. Wait, who's on puck?
I think it's Boris, yeah. I think B is Chad, yeah.
We'll assume it's Boris.
3-man stomp is going to stymie the aggression onto CV. Earth Splitter will just split the wickets. And looks like nobly so. Oh, Chad will sacrifice himself. But now the stack being farmed up.
Tombstone.
And yeah, the zombies doing work here. CV, was that a buyback? Oh no, he just made it away. Titan sacrificed himself for the Bane. Bane ends up killing himself regardless, and a massive stack denied.
That's it.
From Annihilate.
Like that stack gets stolen. Oh,
and there is literally no comeback route now for Annihilate. Arteezy takes some damage from the Mystic Snake. Does rearm in between the attacks and gets the blink out, however.
Oh. He almost went down.
Hex gonna find Annihilate. Shackle is there as well. Now Aoi rotating in with the Necro Book activated. Stone Gaze is going to be popped. Big coil here. Could they possibly turn this GA onto everyone? Stomp is there. MoonMeander and Franz getting a bit low. Arteezy going to TP out in the tree lines. Jo pursuing out the Undying. Looks like he should be able to net the kill and does. Meanwhile, Grip on the north side is going to find Moon. And that's a couple of kills. Double kills from for Elder Titan. Aoi in trouble. Catches a Spirit Lance. Arteezy hanging around. Could be in trouble. Does blink away. Will throw around a few rockets. Soul Ring wants to continue fighting with the wolves nearby. And looks like that'll be all she wrote for the Tinker there.
Yeah, that was just a bit of a judgment error, I would say, by the old Radiant. They're like, oh, just dive. Dude, she's so low. Force the ulti. I think they thought maybe they could force the ulti and then retreat, and then they'd have a really good push after or something when it was on cooldown. But that Dream Coil, perfectly timed. And Puck helps clean them all.
4 kills. It's going to be net almost 2,800 gold and 3,200 experience going towards the Dire side. So a good first stepping stone on a possible comeback, I suppose.
Yeah, and that was without the Blink Dagger on Puck too. He just purchased that up now. So better way to help track down the Tinker, and the Radiant now rotating up top. Oh, that should be a freebie on the old Bleak.
Yeah, RTZ guesses a little bit to the south, and it is daytime, but making it around the corner is Bleak. Now RTZ to the north, still looking. B, no TP. Tranquil Boots and RTZ will end up finding him with the game sense. Now MoonMeander trying to ensure no stacks are being farmed. Gonna pop up the repel and just make his way back out as his team commences an attempt on Roche. Boris in the neighborhood is going to jaunt out to the west for the time being. Fran's going to look to chase him down as the rest of the Radiant work on Roche. And it doesn't look like a contest going to be assembled here from the Dire, but Jo working on bottom lane. Looks like he'll get some decent... Yeah, he killed the creep off, so he'll get some decent damage done on the tier 2 here. Arteezy, though, now going to TP towards the tower. Begin to get the march up, and for now, we'll save that tier 2.
Still, though, I mean, this game should not be this close for the Dire, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised it's only a 2k differential. Yeah, I guess the fact that MoonMeander's been slowed down a lot because he just went like the sick drums, really early soul ring. He's feeling super strong, and then he's just saving for the relic, so he has like no acceleration right now. It's hard for him to apply a lot of pressure. They do find Chad again.
Space from Bleak. Pronzy going to join the fray here. Gets to the chaos, and MoonMeander finds the kill. 3,500 gold on the way to that sacred relic. Go rather close to that pickup. Bot lane, Arteezy. Just doing Tinker things.
Oh, Sumail pointing out to you guys the Battle Fury's done. This is the new build. Keep seeing this thing everywhere.
Apparently is, yeah. And max Phantom Rush as well. For that extra agility to help farming. So the Bleeding Edge Phantom Lancer build. It's all the rage in Pro Dota.
I mean,
right
it makes sense though. Like in that idea of just like how much ag you get from that Phantom Rush, it feels really good. But in terms of fighting and stuff, the diffusal a lot of time feels a lot better. But in a game like this, I mean, there's MoonMeander there. You know, there's some repels. There's a Lycan, so trying to like diffusal him doesn't feel very good anyway.
Yeah, you do kind of need a solution as far as pushing the lanes out with your Medusa being behind as well. So, I mean, it makes sense versus the Tinker. Jo is kind of playing that split push role right now. Coil going to miss on the north side, and now Ward's going to be plopped down. Nightmare is out onto Moon.
The snakes.
Yeah, Annihilate
all down there.
Taking them out slowly. Tombstone still alive, but being right-clicked down by Boris, and it looks like...
He almost got that tier 3. I think if he knew they didn't have Glyph, Jo probably would have stayed.
Yeah, he will be for now. Repelled by the TP back from Arteezy, but yeah, as you mentioned, not even equivalent damage done on the north side, and a little bit more committed.
Top lane, they had Aegis, they had Snakes, and they had Tombstone. Battle Fury PL 2018.
It's a new year, new me, new PL. Arteezy, though, I mean, he's got the Ags queued up, and once he picks that up, going to be a lot harder for Jo to kind of execute the same play he has been for the last little bit.
Yeah. All those 8-to-1 changes too. This item feels very good on Tinker. It's not like he really needed more damage, you know. The extra range, I think, is better for the laser.
Yeah, absolutely.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna allow him to do that from safe distance as he continues to keep these lanes pushed out. Mid lane, Moon and crew hanging around, kind of looking for a straggler, pushing out the lanes. No one gonna take the bait just yet.
Yeah, I don't think the Dire really know exactly. Now they're gonna see. I wonder if Jo will pressure bottom when he sees them, or like what's his play now? Because it feels like this looks so open from our perspective. It's hard to believe he's not making a play down there.
Arteezy gonna TP in. Stop is going to connect onto Moon. And now jump forward. Waning Rift finds Arteezy as well as MoonMeander, but no real follow-up just yet. The march is already down from Arteezy as he TPs out and looks to attend to Jo. Bottom stop does connect on 2. Tombstone going to be dropped down preemptively by Franz, and bot lane looks like Arteezy has successfully dealt with the PL for now, but cutting the wave. Boris on the puck, and backdoor protection kicks in. So again, it'll just be a fed Tombstone.
And the creeps are up there. Oh, this is so painful to watch. I don't think J.O. he doesn't even know how easily he could get this right now.
Even the puck hanging around. Two of the better split pushers in the game on the side of the Dire with the PL and the puck. Shapeshift can be popped top lane, and once again, it seems like Bleak is the target of the aggression from the enemy side. Tries for a TP out and does not make it. Soul Rip helping a crit as well is going to be there for Owie, and RNG aiding a bit in that takedown as they look to go in top lane. Necro units deployed, and finally will take out the tier 3. I Annihilate rotating in. MoonMeander a bit low on mana, but does have the Soul Ring and 16 charges, and will, with Aegis in hand, run at the enemy. Hex and the Shackle going to find themselves Frank Castle. Arteezy joining the fray, gets the kill. GA going to be popped off, and a couple of people petrified here, not taking much magic damage from the puck because of it. Moon's Aegis is going to expire, and a jump forward from Arteezy finds himself an I Annihilate. Jo taking out the tier 3 bottom lane. Blitz is going to be popped up. Arteezy jumping forward, but immediately aggressed on by Jo, and he could be in a lot of trouble now. Does make it away though, as the illusion's cleared by the March. And now a blink forward from Brink. Hex gonna find Jo. A PL and a full lane of Rax is the spoils to go the way of the Radiant as their Aegis expires.
Yep. Good pressure from the Radiant. Just kind of noticing, you know, we just keep shoving top, just over and over. Top. Doesn't matter if there's tier 2s in the other lanes. We just want to secure one Rax super early. You know, we have this Lycan, we have this Omni Knight. We want to get in there before they have a lot of items on the Dire side. And I would say, sadly, Bleak's probably the best hero to pick off. That obviously worked out very well for them, without him having the ulti or the sleeps from the high ground.
Yeah, kind of been playing an odd role, whereas he's one of the best high ground defenders they have. He's been making a lot of space for his cores, who struggled early as well. And you know, both Jo and I Annihilate kind of keeping up admirably with, you know, formidable tallies on the net worth chart, but still, MoonMeander and Arteezy farming quite well, as top lane Boris being pressured by Arteezy, but won't be killed up unless he blinks perfectly. No.
They're just ET again.
Just gets fogged, as ET going to be taken out on the opposite side of the map, and one of the final tier 2s left standing as well, going to be approached with aggression. Brink holding the level 2 wards as well.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, Jayo's here this time to fight, at the very least, but all the lanes are pushed in. I Annihilate trying to snipe somewhere to farm. And now he's going to have to TP back home, though.
Moon working on the tier 2 up in the front lines. He's got a Battle Fury queued up, but already has a Yasha. Fiend's Grip going to come through onto Moon. They are able to cancel it with the Blink Hex from Brink. And now Shapeshift popped up, and aggression will be had as they'll find Jo. Jo in a little bit of trouble. Doppelganger on cooldown immediately buys back into this one. Stomp and the coil connects onto 4. Earth Splitter gonna fly through as well. Mystic Snake is there. Is this the combo they have? Fran's gonna be the first one to go down. Owie though, still moving like a race car. Should be able to make it out. He actually gets petrified as the transformation wears off, and he's in trouble. Moon gonna be slept up. Arteezy from distance is gonna queue up the March, and the Repel is there. Now getting to work as Moon takes out B, will lose his life for it. It's 3 heroes on the sidelines now for the Radiant, and the mid lane Iraq still standing. It does, however, cost them the Jo buyback.
Yeah, he only ends up losing about 291 from that, though. They get a lot of experience around the team. Medusa gets 700 gold, so very nice combo hit there from Bleak. You can see the power of this ET when he's not getting picked off like that. So, but in this game, I mean, he's a Bane. Bane can't push at all. So if there's ever a wave that needs to be shoved out somewhere and the cores can't make it, then it kind of falls on ET. So it's understandable how he's getting sniped out like that. Especially with wolves scouting you out all the time. You have a blinking Shadow Shaman. You have a Tinker who's just going to blow you up. So very dangerous game for him.
Lincoln Sphere has been picked up on Boris though, so certainly understanding kind of that the onus is on him and on Jo to continue to keep these waves pushed out. And he'll try to deal with it bottom lane, orb away over to the west, but Brink in pursuit with the Lincoln Sphere will find him. Shackle is there. Arteezy gonna rearm, get another laser off And can they kill him though? Glimmer Cape from the low ground. Arteezy out of mana gets coiled up. Waning Rift is there. Grip is there as well. Mystic Snake will finish him off. I like to find a big kill, over 600 gold going his way. Now CV rotating in, but MoonMeander starts putting in the hammer fodder into the Bane. He'll go with the defensive Nightmare, and it looks like support is actually inbound in spades here for the Dire side. Moon can be in trouble. They have a Shrine Soul Rip nearby. Tombstone is there as well. Franz coming to save the day will keep MoonMeander alive, but they won't be able to find themselves any return kills, and Owie 2000 a little bit too far out from base to be able to punish the Dire squad here.
Yeah, that was dangerously close to continuing the chain feed, and still a lot more gold. 900 for Medusa. Finds herself a 4-staff. Oh, so much damage as well from Puck that fight. Very well played. And perhaps a couple... I feel like the Shackles came out way too early. He was hexed up for like almost a full second. And then they obviously just underestimated their damage for the most part, though. With the mana pool that was left on RTZ. So, very well played from the Dire. You have to make these kind of crazy plays. And a lot of times, when you're doing these kind of plays, they look like shit. Because someone just dies. Like, Puck just dies or something like that. And you're like, what was Puck even doing there? But... you know, then there's other times like this where the play works out. And you're like, oh shit, man. The Dire are doing it. It's only one lane of racks.
As we mentioned, he did itemize for this kind of style of play with the Linked Sphere, and picked up the 40% extra speed on the Illusory Orb as well. So kind of getting to that full split push mode for the Puck. Jo as well. He looks like he's building a Blink, so that, again, gonna render him a little bit more elusive up against Arteezy. And Moon, you know, he can't quite cover the ground on the map as fast as some of these other heroes, so all that net worth funneled into the Omni Knight right now makes it a little bit, even with the Radiance, a little bit difficult for him to kind of answer the split push style. Smoked up, though, is the Dire side, looking for an opening here. They will scout Roche at the perfect time. MoonMeander gets bashed as well. Stomp going to come through, only connects onto Franz. The Tombstone already down. CV on the high ground is going to be scouted. Takes a lot of damage here. Sentry is there, and despite the Glimmer Cape being popped, they'll get the Bane, and that is likely the opening they need to secure Roche here. Another Stomp being set up on the south side of the pit, will connect onto all three heroes and Roche, but seems like it may only delay the inevitable, as they will bring down Roche. Aegis goes into the hands of Moon. He'll pick up the cheese as well. Owie looking to find some for his team. Phase shifted Puck makes it over to the west, and unfortunately they won't have that shapeshift cooldown for the impending push, but won't be too long before it's up.
I'm really surprised Puck didn't try and play that aggressively. I don't know, that felt really weird. Just like, he's got this Lincolns, he knows what the, like, it's pretty hard for them to catch him. He's got that orb speed now too, because he's past level 20. But playing it mega safe. And again, their high ground is amazing. They have Medusa, they have Elder Titan, so if no one gets picked, then Aegis, Cheese, those things don't make the most dramatic of changes like they usually do. Right. As he blinks and annihilates the wave as it spawns.
Dramatic changes, though, speaking of which, Arteezy working on a Hex, and he's pretty damn close to it. So that could certainly help as far as breaching high ground goes.
Smart money.
MoonMeander a bit deep behind enemy lines here, but no vision of him just yet for the Dire side.
Sadly, he did give up on his Battle Fury aspirations. That's unfortunate, but Shiva's very good here, especially the vision for Tinker. But he's in trouble.
Yeah, Grip perfectly timed into the Stomp. Jo nearby, waiting for a little bit more support as Moon does get off the Repel. And the Cardi rotating in as well with max move speed. Owie looking to chase down CV, and will do so easily with the Necro units. Now he'll chase for more as he dodges the Stomp. TP in from Arteezy onto the ranged unit, and with the freshly picked up Hex, they'll get another kill. And a big opening for them. Immediate buyback coming out from Elder Titan. Owie, as Shapeshift expires, is trying to make it out. Two-man coil, but instant Hex from the SS onto the Puck. Could have been from Arteezy, in fact, and the Stomp is ineffectual as they'll continue to pick off the backline. MoonMeander pressing forward is going to get Hurricane Pike back, but now we'll turn onto the hexed up Puck. He'll die back. And no heroes on the sidelines with buyback available now for the Dire side as Team Canada overwhelming them in the mid lane. Annihilate buying back, unlikely to have much of an effect, and CV will throw in the towel for his squad. It's all coming to bear here, Trent.
Right.
Team Canada.
Oh, nice. The penis all chat. Very well played. Got like that. Yeah, no, I liked it. Tinker's strat. 5th pick, Lycan 2. That was pretty good. You know, in terms of heroes that you think of that are good with Tinker throughout the game, like summons, position 1, there aren't a lot. So, Lone Druid, I guess, would have been the other option that was possible. So, thought the Lycan was a good choice. So, obviously very strong in the current patch. Get the really early helm. Further abuse, annihilate mid. Man, that was rough. Or Medusa, but well played in a lot of the team fights, honestly, from the Dire side. Just couldn't quite win enough for them to be victorious.